on the inner thumb band. Okay, so he's a good candidate, and he's tight up here, coming up into his neck. Okay, so, yeah, he so remember, don't breathe on the person. That was one thing I forgot to mention to you a couple times that you were breathing on me yesterday.
Sorry,
That's okay. Otherwise, it was good. Yeah. Pressure okay, Gerardo?
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely feeling some tension in his jaw right here. Oh.
His jaw clicks.
Yeah. I'll feel the other side too. We'll just see how we go. And it's definitely quite tight in here.
Sorry.
Pressure still okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he's tight on this side of his jaw as well. And we're definitely picking up some tension up in here. So this and this are going to also be related to things like the outer wristband, the outer thumb band. If somebody has dry skin, we're going to not just go like this, but more pressure on, pressure off, move, pressure on, pressure off, move. Okay, because otherwise you'll get that pulling of the dry skin.
Did you say this was inner or outer wrist?
No, that would be, the closer this way, you're going to be more into the outer thumb, and the more back you are. But this can be a combination of the two, because you can be a bit tight up here and a bit tight back there. They can all impact that jaw. I look at these areas very connected.
Outer thumb
And outer wrist. Yeah, inner thumb is going to come more into the chest up here, which he's also tight on.
There was no cringe there at all when you did that.
I'll get you to open your jaw. And definitely, it's quite different from each side. This side, it almost feels like his jaws.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a little crooked.
yeah, a little, yeah.
Which side do you feel is tighter, Brandon?
They're just different. They're both tight. Like this is tight through here. This one you got to go in a bit deeper and then it's tight. So it's like this one's, yeah, it's a little bit just interesting to see the difference between each side. But hard to say which one's worse. They're both pretty bad. And even up into here, I'm flicking right over that band as it's coming up into here. So there will come a point though where you won't get any more tension out without doing his hands. Okay, and that's where I'm almost there now. I'm just going to hold this point for a second. You get a new hairstyle too after getting the good. The Raynor do. You're not allowed to copyright that one either, Charlotte. Yeah. So again, when somebody's got a tight jaw in here, I also like to feel what's going on in these points in the ears.
Yeah, there's something going on in there.
There's something going on in there for sure.
I didn't know there was
So
tension.
this is why I say underneath muscle tension is energy blockage, because, and that shows, you know, that why the ears, which are not muscle, they're cartilage, still have energy blockages, and that's why they've got that whole system of ear reflexology and things like that. So that's why to understand good Raynor massage, you really got to understand that it's the energy that we're working with. Energy causes the tension, sure. So if we get the energy flowing, the tension goes away. But you can't, you know, and it's interesting that people's ears can actually become kind of tight and dry. Sometimes I've had a few people's ears bleed when you touch them, especially when they're really tight and dry and more elderly. But they'll lose their softness. But yeah, I'm finding a lot of energetic congestion all through his ear here. I'll try the other one. And he feels it too, like right in here in particular, you can see. All right. So now I'm thinking, which hand should I work on? I may as well work on his right first. If he's right-handed, but it doesn't really matter which one, unless you've got a preference, Gerardo. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, would you mind? I don't know where that.
It's under the blanket there, by the green pillow. Okay, maybe not yet. I thought it was. Sorry. Just getting out the torture tools.
Yeah.
He's carefully selecting them at the moment.
Has anybody seen the one that looks like this color, but it's a different shape? Yeah, I might. Anyway, I can do without it. These two should suffice. He's like, let me just loosen it up when I can first.
He's preparing himself.
So again, we can, you know, we diagnosed previously through here. He's very tight here. He's very tight here. Okay, so when we've got chest tension, you know, like right in here. On a woman, of course, I would only work with, you know, kind of when I trusted and she trusted me there, and I could just make sure I'm not ever touching the breast itself. On a man, of course, we can work that tension right across. Okay. But again, I'm just diagnosing here, so I'm not going too hard because you can see how sensitive he is. It's very tight in there. So that is the inner thumb band, and that's the inner wrist band. So they're both very tight. All of this is a good diagnostic area, and it's tight. So I'm thinking, let's get started with his thumb, and we'll see how we go from there. So this is a great spot even just to warm up in between. And I'm always coming from this angle because you can miss it if you go here. But if you open it up nicely, you can just get that spot and even just stimulate it a bit by moving the thumb around.
Something to
Or
bite.
hold and shake.
Need a stick there to bite on?
Oh man. Oh.
If you feel like teaching us some swear words in Spanish, we can have a Spanish lesson at the same time.
Oh. Oh.
For those on YouTube that don't know, Gerardo is actually a teacher for us in Mexico and in Canada. Yeah.
Oh.
We'll be setting up a nice retreat there.
Oh.
People can come and get a lot of treatments.
Ay.
So I'm just warming this area up.
Oh, that's the warm up.
Yeah. Moving that joint, so stabilizing below there. Just to, again,
Warm it up, right?
warm it up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
So I always think of this spot, even though in acupuncture it's one acupressure spot right in here and one on the other side, a large intestine 4 and a lung point on the other side, I forgot what number, but I always think there's more than one spot within here. So I often come right to the junction of these two bones just beside it. There's a nice spot there, which can then be, I'll interpret for him. He's saying, thank you very much, Brandon. That's a really nice spot.
I didn't get that on camera. I think you have to do it again, yeah.
Thank you very much, Brandon. That's a really nice spot. Yeah. And then I move along, and there's more spots. So I think this area has got a lot. There's a lot going on in here.
Where are you moving along exactly? Like
Mostly beside, yeah, parallel to the thumb bone. And again, just coming back.
Oh.
And just letting him breathe into that or groan into that or whatever he. Most important thing is that he's comfortable.
Really nice and relaxed.
Yeah. And I let him breathe a little bit.
Gerardo's favorite belly massage.
Did I offer myself?
What's that?
Did I offer myself for this? Or
Yeah. We volunteered.
Actually, Brandon totally picked you, you know.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it.